What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It is another LEGO Star Wars review. Haven't done one in a while, but why not give this a shot? The Boba Fett Starship Microfighter retails in the United States for $10 US and releases on January 1st. We can clearly see on this minifigure alone how LEGO doesn't live up to their motto, only the best is good enough, just by looking at the helmet and jetpack. The blaster is the normal blaster we always get. The arm printing, though, is just excellent on this minifigure. And with the jetpack off, as you can see, the back printing is still really nice. For when you're never gonna see it, I'm glad that LEGO actually, put a back printing on there. So I did actually end up making a stand for this Microfighter model, and as you can see, it is very simple. I will have a tutorial when it comes out on my YouTube channel. It'll be linked in the description when it comes out, but it's just not there yet. But it will be there at some point in the near future. But now onto the actual Microfighter itself. The sizing of it is just a normal Microfighter. It's what you expect, and for $10, the sizing is pretty accurate. And, so starting off at the bottom, you have these flick-fire missiles. I'm glad LEGO is going back to their roots of, 2014 and stuff like that, to where these were in its prime time. Honestly, they don't really look that bad, to be honest. They don't work as good as stud shooters, because you really have to put in effort, and sometimes that one kind of got some range. It's not really that accurate. You can push them out too, but then it doesn't really work like that. So it looks better, but it doesn't work as good. So, there's a win-loss there. Same situation with stud shooters. So now that they're back into their normal place where it actually looks good, we can then move on to the upper section of it. There's just hints of green here and there. Some accents of dark green as well. And then moving up to the side of it, you do have all of these dark red slopes, which really do look good. There's just some more of that. And then when you move on to the wings, unfortunately, when it's up like that, the wings are in its normal position. But when you turn it down, then you have to manually put them in that position. I think if they just used frictionless Technic pins, it would have worked a little better. Maybe they tried it and it didn't work. I don't know. But, then on the back, as you can see, there's just a few little, thrusters right there. I wish it looked better, but when you're paying $10 for a Microfighter, it really shouldn't look that accurate, to be honest. Some more dark green accents here and there. And then moving over to the cockpit, this piece can come scratched in the bags, but, it is what it is. Also, this just looks complete garbage. Like, the gaps here and here. They don't really look that good, but I don't see what other cockpit piece they could really use. So, that's a point. You can take your Boba Fett minifigure, and there's that little slot right there that you can put his legs in. His jetpack can be on, which is surprising. You can press his legs down for some better, seating, so he's more stable. And there he is. And if you shake it a lot, he's not really gonna fall out unless you take it. What? But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a pretty simplistic Microfighter. It's what you expect, and it's what you pay for. So now on the final verdict of the set, I would honestly think $10 is a good price. And when you're paying for a Microfighter, it's going to be $10 nonetheless. For the minifigures, I didn't mention the fact that Boba Fett didn't come with an antenna. I really don't care, though, because if he did, then you would have to take it off every single time just to place him in the Starship. So I appreciate the LEGO's thought there, but honestly, I think a lot of people would just prefer the antenna and just removed it, and they just dealt with it. And then for the Slave one itself, I think it's a good model. I like how LEGO is actually going back to their roots and using flick-fire missiles, because honestly, if they would have played stud shooters, it would have looked terrible, and it wouldn't have looked that great anyway. And then for the rest of the Starship, the cockpit piece doesn't really look that good, but that was basically their only option. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. It's finally happened. LEGO has finally released a Microfighter Slave 1. I wonder what they come up with next, because they've released all of the Microfighters for every single ship, so they have to get a little unique there in some departments. So I would honestly have to rate this between a 6 or a 7 out of 10. It's an average set. There's nothing really wrong about it besides your Boba Fett minifigure. And hey, the box art looks really nice with the Boba Fett's palace in the background. So there it is. The Microfighter of Boba Fett the Slave One, or Boba Fett Starship. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I'll talk to you guys next time, and also, the stand for this will be linked in the description when the video comes out. There it is. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.